Welcome back. Right, this is Knight's cell. I was trying to remember exactly where we left off. I guess look over everything. Nope, not leave. He has a nice jacket. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. A nice jacket. This is supposed to be Knight's suit jacket. So I've been doing some research on my own. Oh, and what have you discovered? I've discovered that guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. But don't worry, guys with frilly neck ruffles are next up on my research list. Please stop. Okay, nothing odd with the jacket. Newspaper, and then that stain on the ground. Hey look, this newspaper's got a chunk of it missing. You're right, a few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why? Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell but didn't have a cleaning cloth. It's not a totally implausible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? There's something different about this spot here. This part of the floor is weirdly clean. Did somebody wipe it down or something? Well, you did just say with the newspaper. Why would somebody only do the part right next to the bed, though? This bed doesn't look very comfortable, but that pillow cover is very clean, spotless in fact. I bet this is the kind of bed Gummy sleeps in. I can just picture it, can't you? No, I sense he's more of a mattress on the floor type. I used to be that type. Well, to be fair, it was a mattress on a mattress. No, a mattress on like a box spring on a floor. Standard bar window, no sign of having been tampered with. I don't think there's any chance the killer escaped through here. Aha, must remember to bring something to saw through iron bars with. As they say, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Glad I got the chance to scope this place out. Okay, we're investigating a crime scene, not preparing for your eventual escape. Scour the scenes. The hell is this? Oh, what's a menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth? It seems that those held in the detention center were able to... Oh, okay. So it's a prison menu. Which I guess makes sense, because he's not... He hasn't been tried yet, so he's not guilty. If they can afford it, that is. Oh, he has to pay for it. Never mind. Well, it makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees? Yep. Well, okay, bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished, quite a few of them, in fact. So you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard of a time as everyone else. How did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system? Hey, look at this weird piece of paper. There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Next... Oh, so... Because he was, what's his name? The dude in the big prison cell. He said that, like, he plays chess via, like, messages. So was he playing with this dude? The grid appears to be a chess diagram of the victims, I suppose. What's a chess diagram? A visual representation of a game of chess. See how the locations of all the pieces are marked? This seems to be a closely fought contest, but perhaps if this pawn were... No, wait. Not now, Mr. Edgeworth. This is no time to be playing games. Yes, I suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. It was from a different perspective, but it was definitely the same game. Yeah. Yeah, so it's him with, Oh, dude, alright. So let's do... No, not T. Not you, miss. No, back away. Q. We know the newspaper and the wiped out floor go together. That much is obvious. This part of the floor has been wiped clean. Maybe he spilled some grape juice. Who knows? But we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper. Which is weird because he's got toilet paper right there. Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for a cloth or something? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. And then we have this thing. Yep. That. Yep. Now we deduce the other guy. Yeah.
Eureka!
This chess game, I've seen it before. Enough with the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus. I am investigating. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what this is? It's the chess set we saw at Mr. Canis' cell, but I don't really know the rules of chess, so the rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces. Compare the one in Mr. Canis' cell with these. Do you notice anything? Ah. I don't know which piece is which or anything, but if you turn the diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares. Indeed. There's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical. And what does that tell us? Oh, I have my correspondence. As unlikely as it may seem, Mr. Canis' chess opponent was Mr. Knight. This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim. Yeah. Anything else? Books. A lot of books. Let's take a look. You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology. Understanding Animal Emotions, Life as a Pet Stylist. I mean, these might just be the books that were provided to him. Yeah, I don't think these were his. Yeah. Second Chance at Life, Interviews with a Former Prisoner. Written by current model prisoners and former inmates. That's kind of cool. 200 Days to Freedom, an escape story. Making money while serving time. This facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. What else? Reflected in the mirror is a security camera. A great thief's greatest enemy. Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest. I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kate. Guard. I'd like you to retrieve the footage from the security camera and view it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir. I think we've exhausted the cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Canis and the victim. This is bad, sir. Is it the guard? The security camera footage, sir. I watched it, and... What is it? Can you show it to us? Yes, sir. I have a small playback monitor with me. Then what are you waiting for? Let's see it. The fuck? Was that black thing? It's that dog, right? And so now our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper, but it seems that assumption may have been wrong. Knight had actually been attacked in this location. The holding cells.
Take that!
Right here in the detention center, and the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Canis' dog. This is just the evidence we need. If this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell was the crime scene, which piece of evidence takes on the new significant meaning? Probably the floor? Yeah.
Take that!
The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something, but that something had been his blood. Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Name it, sir. There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for traces of blood and report the results to Edgeworth. You got it, sir. Alright. Now we can really go after that Canis guy, right, Mr. Edgeworth? No, not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper. Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, Coach? Where are we off to? I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. Are there no, like, cameras in the hallway? Like the camera we were just watching. Does that not have the footage of when they eventually leave the cell? Okay, time to get at... Huh? Hey, buddy. Thanks for the tour. Later. Well, well, Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day. This is Agent Chi Long Lang of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to Zhangfa after that, but here he is. You had some business to take care of, I assume, Agent Lang? You could say that. Nothing that need concern you, though. Hee hee. First a black hound, now a wolf, all in black. Hey, wait. Why are you all alone today? That's true. You're usually accompanied by an army of police officers. I hear you were at it again a couple days back, sticking your nose into things. A couple days back? Ah, he means the incident with the president of Zhangfa. Actually, I thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail. Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs. Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Well, I'm technically not a prosecutor right now. Or the courts do their jobs right. Well, that part, I am still part of the court. Which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked cream-of-crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your men been in charge. My men, huh? Yeah, those guys aren't around anymore. Nani? They're not? It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now. Ha ha ha. What are you saying, Agent Lang? What on earth happened? I told you, it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor. Interesting. Wow, he seemed not okay. Yes, and I would very much like to know why, but there's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct. Alright, let's start by talking to these guards. You there. Is there more footage? Preferably when the body is moved from A to B? Is there another camera in this hallway? These are the guard lockers. I don't want to talk to the guard lockers. I don't want to take snacks from the guard's locker. Oh man, I am in so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Oh, well, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. Ah. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker. Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere? Where in the world did that idea spring from? Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, that is important. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently? That thing? No way. If I had, well, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here. So do you and this dog have some kind of history or something? Now, Kay, you should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Candace's dog hasn't been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors. Hey, are those my faithful assistants I see before me? Fender, then where exactly have you been? Where have I been? I've been looking for you two. Been searching high and low. Wandering lonely through this prison hall. It was terrible, I tell you. But the prison's over there on the other side. So listen, I just got the lowdown on some serious dynamite material. You want to hear it, right? Right? Seamless? I was chatting with a few guards, and they told me something tres interesante. Turns out the Bronxter had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift. An incident? Simeon told you he came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they'd wrapped it up when Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed, obviously. They'd made it back to, and the guard was taking off his cuffs when the Bronxter clobbered him. Knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak. Because when the other guards showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's keys. Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting to escape? That's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in his cell, then turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he'd never stole the keys. They turned his cell inside out, too, but no dice. The guard who was struck, what did he have to say? Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Word is, he's still there. So there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. So now we have a missing uniform and missing keys. What the? It's you losers. Sigh, that's all we need. Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell? Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles here is working with me now as an associate. Nonsense, you're all just here to cause trouble and turn my investigation into, a fart. This just means farce, of course, a simple slip of the tongue. Seemed like the reasonably apt choice of words to me. Judge Gavel, great to see you again. I know who you are. You are Simeon Saint's attorney. Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken the ice, how about a friendly... Or not. I'm totally cool either way. Now, did I hear you correctly that Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team? Yep, and me too. We're officially employees of Edgeworth & Co. But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for a personal gain? It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid, though, correct? Exactly. What he said. Miles is just a volunteer. We're all about the pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth & Co. How wonderful. So you all work without reward. The goddess would surely approve. Yeah, I'm a regular philanthropist. Judge Gavel, I was hoping to ask you about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest. That information is on a need. Is that a challenge, I hear? No, I was just asking Judge Gavel. I'm always ready for a little verbal combat, to show you what it takes to be a real winner. How is it verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now, if you could begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested. There will be no need for that, Eustace. We should... Ha ha ha! Not now, Gavel. Watch and wonder. As I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place, he's gonna run ring... He's going to run rings around me? Isn't that a good thing? I think you meant to say that you would be the one running rings around me. And I will, so badly that your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth. I have serious doubts about this guy. I also like that he has a question mark on his head, but when he yells, it turns into an exclamation point. You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple. Simple! I found evidence. Evidence of him all over that thing. How's that for some winningly incontrovertible, conclusive proof? And who saw the truth first? Why, me, of course. Winner by name, winner by nature. Where do I even begin? Look at you, utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. I'll take your silence as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint. But do you even have the authorities to do so, Mr. Winter? Well, obviously it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you? Of course that's what he meant. Sigh. This is clearly going to take a while. A shame, really. Given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavel is silently thinking over there. Alright, so you want to know why... Nope. This part I want to press. What evidence?
Hold it!
Evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Winter? Do I really have to spell it out for you, Edgeworth? I'd hoped even you could put 2 and 2 together. Stop messing around. The onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony. Come now, Eustace. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you cracked the case. They certainly look keen to hear about it. Fine, if you insist, I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. I bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. And that chess set was covered in fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint. Praise be to the goddess of justice for the insight she offers, and congratulations once again, Eustace. You would not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, but yeah, but he brought that over and gave it to him as a gift. Like, dude asked for it. No, by all means, please do. I have that chest set on me, don't I? Yeah, by a request.
Objection!
So the fingerprints on the chest set are the ace up your sleeve. The one up my what? Oh, yes, the chest set up the ace's sleeve. That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand as usual. Only your winning hand is a busted flush. For you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. Yeah? That took a while to sink in. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature. The incident took place here within the walls of this facility. And being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint. Oh. Now what? Hee, I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty. Did he only just work out what those words mean? Sure, I identified Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And I won the race when it comes to picking out the crucial evidence, too. I'm quick on the draw, you see. But hasty, not at all. You're right that Mr. Saint isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he was... Eustace. Judge Gavel. But out, Gavel, I have him right where I want him. Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may. While the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor? Something more impressive? If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Edgeworth, Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it. Yes, of course, that, well remembered, Gavel. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed. Would this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Saint was arrested? Let's just say you won't be disappointed. Judge Gavel deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? The whereabouts of the murder weapon. Which we will go over next time. Bye-bye.